What is up, people of YouTube? I'm the Need for Speed Beast. With a vast history of amazing games in the Need for Speed series, there are bound to be stories told in these games. Some of these stories are pretty dark, deep, edgy, and mature. In this video, I list 5 of the darkest games in the Need for Speed series. Without further ado, let's begin.
Warning!
I remember playing this game as a kid on my PSP. Own the City was a surprisingly darker port compared to the main game. Yes, there were comic book cutscenes. Yes, there were reused assets. I still recommend Own the City for any PlayStation Portable racing fan. What made Own the City dark is a surprising plot twist. Near the end of the story, it is revealed that the protagonist was the true mastermind behind his brother's death.
I know you think I killed your brother, but I didn't. You did.
The player was the one who hired X, who in turn hired a driver named Buddy to kill Mick, the player's brother.
You hired X to kill Mick. You didn't know he was gonna hire Buddy to do his dirty work? I'm telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. Everyone hated your brother. You just hated him more.
The reason the player wanted to kill Mick was because of how Mick treated his own girlfriend and his younger brother, the player.
He bossed you around all your life. To him, you were always his idiot younger brother. He even treated me like crap. Sometimes, he could be brutal. He had contempt for everything and everyone. The more he raced, the better he got, and the more of a monster he became.
When I first witnessed that revelation, I was surprised. Looking back, Own the City had a really good plot for a racing game, especially one for PSP. I still love both versions of Carbon. In my opinion, I don't consider Undercover a bad game. I enjoyed playing Undercover on my PS3. This game's story is pretty cool, in my opinion.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay. I know you are thinking I'm a whack job for saying I like Undercover's plot, but hear me out. Playing Need for Speed as an undercover police officer is a concept I would love to see return to the franchise. Now, what made Undercover dark? Chase Lin is a double agent who betrays the player and actually kills Cha Wu.
Oh, now look what you've done. Thank you for all your help. Could you have imagined it would be that hard to find one car? Of course, it wasn't the car that mattered, but what was in it.
The police think we did the murder. They chase us, we hunt Chase down, we eventually stop her, and Chase is arrested. The whole theme of Undercover is to infiltrate a criminal organization while balancing our role as a cop and an underground wheelman. How cool would Undercover be if EA Black Box had been given more time to finish it, and EA themselves weren't idiots? Money-hungry idiots. Undercover has one heck of a plot twist, despite the widespread hate they are known for. I think the cutscenes have a CSI Miami feel to it. I even like the fact we steal cars from dealerships in Undercover. This game is dark for multiple reasons. We play as a marked man on a race across the United States. There are literal scenes where a crime mob pilot a helicopter armed with machine guns trying to kill the player. If certain quick-time events are failed, the protagonist dies or suffers extreme injuries. One antagonist, Marcus Blackwell, probably dies near the end of the run. Need for Speed The Run deserves to be on every list discussing serious and intense games. The run might be half dead due to the servers closing, but the story mode is worth playing. The run's story is short, but very action-packed. I consider Need for Speed Rival as a dark game. The protagonists of both racer and cop factions hate each other. They use their weapons and skills to their advantage. In Rivals, both factions hold their rivalry against each other. Cops and racers fight head-to-head, toe-to-toe, with their pursuit tech, skill sets, and compete fiercely. Racers and cops have their own unique weapons and cars. In the end of the Racer story, the protagonist Zephyr hits a police roadblock and is feared dead. Zephyr's car luckily still works. He drives away, never to be seen again.
Known as Zephyr has just been involved in a horrific high-speed collision with local police units. Paramedics are making their way to the crash site as we speak, but from this vantage point, it's hard to picture anyone surviving a wreck like that.
I am the reality show. The 15 minutes you'll never have. They say speed kills, but if you aren't speeding, then you aren't living.
For the cop story, Fate, the protagonist of the cop career, is fired from Redview's police force for his reckless behavior. Using the impounded Ferrari, Fate joins the Racer faction, and he offers a challenge for all cops and racers. The risk and reward as a racer, working as a team busting racers as a cop, are very fitting for this game. The story for both factions and Rivals are fun to follow along and invest time into. The dialogue is edgy and the action can get intense, with some of the most violent cops in the entire series, in my opinion at least. Need for Speed Heat has some dark moments. The main antagonist, Frank Mercer, gets shot by Officer Torres and is probably dead, according to the news.
Perfect timing. I need to get out of here fast. You? Torres? Ava? If they take me in, things could go real bad. For both of us.
I agree.
Another example is when Lucas is tortured during one mission.
Luca! Lucas! Luca! Shit, no. Hey. Are you okay? Háblame.
Get out.
Vámonos. What happened? Who did this?
That'd be me.
Officer Shaw is pretty sadistic. He acts like an asshole to Anna and the player.
No.
Pick up the team. We got one en route.
Hey, what?
You! Back up from the vehicle. ID. Let's go. Vera, huh? Is your vehicle?
Yes. Is there a problem, officer?
Depends. See, we got a bunch of reports about a vehicle matching this description involved in illegal activity. Ice front! Which means I got the power to impound it. Where you been tonight?
We were just here.
What you here? You! ID! Dipshit. Nice name. Got a car?
Yes, sir.
Yes, officer! Where is it?
Over there.
Nice. Maybe I impounded the wrong one.
Shaw, you on the road yet?
On my way. Keys.
Hey, why do you need the key?
Keys! You want it back? You got 10 days. We crush it. I think it's 10. Might be less. Drive safe.
police force are very aggressive whenever we are in nighttime. They hurl tons of insults and threats when they chase us. Therefore, in my opinion, Heat has wholesome moments like the dynamic between Lucas and Anna and the friendships they hold, but the game can be some of the darkest in the entire series when it comes to the police, the illegal street racing, and the fact there's a cliffhanger ending in which Officer Torres is promoted as the head of the task force and vows to end the street racing in Palm City.
Thank you. For too long, Frank Mercer has used this department for his own benefit, but not anymore. It's time those resources were put back to their proper use, to end street racing. Under Frank Mercer's watch, this crime was allowed to flourish. Under mine, it will end.
So these were some of the darkest games in the Need for Speed series. I disagree with people who say the stories in Need for Speed games are cringy. I have yet to find a game with a hateable story. Story or no story, Need for Speed is still my favorite game series. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a big like. Consider subscribing if you want to support this channel. I'm the Need for Speed Beast, and see you all later.